listen over. You a queen when I less than I'm a gozy. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Girl, you're such a powerful woman.
Hi, my ninjas. How are you doing? It's your girl, Owamie, aka Miss Fearful, collaborating back for all entertainment. If it's the first time joining me, most definitely welcome. Please do make sure that you subscribe and obviously hit the bell. I absolutely love you. And do not forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. It's at boldly Owamie. Now, my ninjas, I was really going through TikTok and everything, and I was like, what am I going to talk about today? Like, I just feel like the celebrity stories right now is a bit dry. You know, it's February. People are not doing a lot, you know. People are still looking for money. People are a bit broke. We spent December, January, we were now recovering from December, and so February, that's where you're starting to get your 2 feet. So I just decided that, you know what, this is still the beginning of the year, and I'm gonna go ahead and just give you guys my 2 cents. Now, I know that this video might get me a bit of slack because there are certain people that just choose to misunderstand someone, but if you are going to understand me and you take this video, trust and believe, I do personally feel like it is going to do something for you. I came across this video of this young, beautiful lady that was literally crying. She was in tears on TikTok, and she was talking about how no one prepared her that after studying LLB for years, she's going to still come out and be unemployed. And unfortunately, that is the reality of so many people. There's a lot of people that have got qualifications, but they are unemployed because, to be honest with you guys, I mean, I know that our country is just not being governed properly. I do personally believe that our country is just not being governed properly. But then there's also like the problem of this, what do they call, corruption. I feel like corruption is just honestly too much. You don't get a job now simply because you are good, your grades were very high, and those jobs already have, you know, my uncle, my sister's son, my who people that are in there. You literally find that there's a department that it's literally like uncles, aunties, cousins, and everyone. And unfortunately, if we just continue living our lives and not actually looking at these facts that are literal facts that are happening, we'll end up at a point of being very much disadvantaged. Unfortunately, I do have to say that. So I thought that, you know what, let me go ahead and just make this video and maybe just show a different side. So you guys know that last year I opened a salon, and last year the salon actually went down. So I had to close, and the reason why I had to close, guys, is because I had no people that were gonna work. So I'm gonna see if I can try, because I've never actually showed you guys my salon. But I'm gonna do a video where I'm gonna show you guys the salon and everything. I think maybe that might be my to hell and back story, because I went through it. But anyway, I think it started also like making me realize that when I would sit with other business owners, especially black business owners, they would complain about the same thing, like we don't have people. And at first I used to think maybe there was just something wrong with my salon or something was wrong with me, but my salon was gorgeous and it was big, right? Until I went to Instagram and I would see ads that are paid ads wherein they're saying that we're looking for people to work. You need to know how bad it is when someone has to pay to say I need someone in a country where unemployment rate is just so high. I'm not saying that your degrees, guys, are not useful. They're very useful. I fully, truly believe in education. And that is why since last year, I've made sure that I've been taking my sister to school so that she gets those qualifications. I've been fighting my father so that he can support his kids in going to school. That's how much I actually believe in education. But if there's anything that I always teach my sisters is that please learn another skill as well. Education cannot be the only skill that you have. Unfortunately, education is a key to one door. If you studied LLB and you cannot get a job there, it's very difficult for you to get a job elsewhere. Unless if maybe you're going to go and do PGCE or you're going to go and teach Go China or stuff like that. But mostly here in South Africa, guys, it's very, very difficult. One thing that I would go ahead and advise you is this. The time that I was obviously talking about the salon and everything, guys, the beauty industry has a lot of money. It honestly truly does, because we want to look beautiful. All of us want to look beautiful. I have nails on. If literally I could not do my own makeup, I would have someone that would do my makeup full time, because obviously it's very important, you know. There are people that are makeup artists, there are people that do hair. The reason why I'm able, guys, like, to do my hair, I'm able to do my makeup, I can't do my nails, but if I really honestly put my time to it, I literally could. It's simply because obviously I don't have time, you know. I don't even want to lie, I just don't have time for that. But if push came to shove, I would definitely do it, you know. Learning a skill, guys, is not going to kill you. Learning a skill is not going to kill you. That lady, when she was crying, she was talking about how, you know, call center jobs. I've worked in a call center before, and I don't even want to lie, most call centers are scam. They will tell you when you get there that you're gonna make this much. That money they talk about, you will not see it. Most of them, I'm not saying all, but I'm saying most of them, you will not see a fading of that money that they actually talk about. And mind you, you spend your resources going to this place, you are on the phone with people that constantly are shouting at you and swearing at you and stuff like that. People can be very, very mean. As I'm saying, I have worked in a call center before, and the money that you make there is honestly not as much. Whereas if you were to honestly learn a skill, you could learn how to braid hair, you could learn how to do this and that, you could perfect your skill, and you could literally be your own boss. I know that it's not as easy, but it's not impossible, guys. It really honestly is not impossible. You know, if there's one thing that I can tell you guys, I used to cook pap by the side of the road. And before I started cooking pap, I was working in these companies that did not want to pay. They did not want to pay. Guys, even when you sell, you will not see that money. They still rob you from the money that you've sold. They still rob you from here. They still do this. They still do that. So the only thing that I will not even lie to you guys right now, if I was not into business, which YouTube is literal business, I wouldn't be where I am today. I would also still be unemployed right now, I think. There's nothing wrong. You know, one thing that if there's one thing that I can actually say that I'm proud of, guys, I can literally be a hairdresser. I can lace someone's wig proper. I can be a makeup artist. I can do your makeup. I can be a videographer. I know how to operate a camera, like I would say 85%, right? Or 90%. I can literally shoot podcasts. I at this point, I would say now I can have a production company. I've got studio lights, I've got equipment, I've got microphones, I've got pod tracks, I've got this and that and that. I can literally do so many different things. On top of that, I can sit in front of a camera and I can talk. You will not die from learning skill. Skill is yours. For me to say I'm an editor, I never went to school. I can edit people's videos. You lot, maybe some of you may have thought that, oh, only just the one clip. To hell and back, for the longest time, that series was running. I was the editor there. I was editing. It's only now that I got an editor. So it's also a skill that I can be able to do, and it's a skill that I can also be able to sell. Please do not ever be lazy to learn a skill. Even if it's to braid hair. You never know where the future is going to take you. Maybe, who knows, hey? You might actually learn how to braid hair here, and then someone is like, hey, let's go to America. Guys, do you know how much Americans actually pay braiders? You find that they're paying $1,500 US. How much is that for braids? For a skill that you can literally just learn under the tree. As I'm saying, whenever I talk, there are people that say, oh, I mean, you're talking because you're from a place of privilege. These people do not know that I literally used to cook pap by the side of the road. I literally used to sit all night because I couldn't afford data, and I had to buy that. I think it was 15 rands, 1 gig or cell seat that used to be from 1 a.m. until 7 a.m. That time is the time that I was actually learning how to, researching on YouTube, how to do this, how to do that. Guys, learn this. You will never ever lose. Learn a skill or learn different skills. It will help you. It will help you. I don't know how much money I've saved, guys, by making sure that I'm my own makeup artist. A lot. People pay. So even if you're a makeup artist, you're still gonna make your money. But if you do your own, you are also gonna save your money. So I'm not simply saying that only around beauty. There's so many things that you can also learn. Sorry, and remember, guys, I won't lie to you. When you start, it's very difficult. When you start, it's very, very, very difficult. You have to get money. If it means you have to go and be down and wash people's clothes to get that money, do it. If you have to go and be a helper, do it. If they're going to pay you that 2,500, do it. As long as you know, okay, this is the reason I'm going to only be here for 4 months. That is 10,000 rands. I know that from this money, maybe I can be saving 1,500 a month. And then I'm going to use the other 1,000 rands or whatever. And then I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. As long as you've got a plan of execution, trust and believe, and you can be able to go out there and work and make that money and save, and you know that I'm not here for long. I'm only here to make my money so that I can go and start my own thing. Trust and believe you're going to do it. And when you are there on the road, that's when you get to see other stuff. And that is when more opportunities actually open. I'll go ahead and say this. I wanted to start just doing podcasts. That's it. I just wanted to do the podcast to hell and back. That is it, right? We went to the studio, Mano studio. Unfortunately, there was a lot of noise. That now forced me to have to look for a studio. I got a studio. When I got a studio, I'm like, okay, I don't have the equipment that Mano Media obviously had over there. So now I have to start investing and getting my own. So what did I do? I started buying. I've now bought all this equipment, right? Yes. After that, what is the next thing? I will be able to shoot my podcast here anytime that I want, obviously, because it's my place. But I will also be renting the space out, which means now I literally have almost like a production company where people will come and film, and I will still make money from that. So what am I saying? If you're working and you're selling a phone, you will come to a point where you realize, oh, when I was selling the phone, someone asked, do you have a cool drink? I need to start also having a cool drink. Someone asked, do you have tissue? I need to also have tissue. I will do this, I will do that, I will do that. Trust and believe, guys, you will not cry over, oh, unemployment, this and this. It's not easy, as I'm saying, but it's not impossible. And it's way better than just sitting home and crying. And that is the only advice that I can give you right now. If you are a graduate that is unemployed, go and hustle like you never even went to school. Put your degree aside. You can still be applying at night when you come back from the hustle. But trust and believe, you might get to a point where even if they offer you the job, you'll be like, wait a minute, I have to come and make 20,000. But over here, I make 50,000 easy. No, I'm going to just go ahead and continue with my entrepreneurship. You don't know what you have sometimes until you have to put yourself out there. And so that's just the advice that I honestly have today. I mean, we've been laughing about celebrities and everything, but I felt like this message today, I should actually give it to someone. It was still in the beginning of the year. If you've been sitting home for 4 years and you have got your degree, all you say is that, nah, I'm a graduate, I went to school. What is it doing for you? And I'm not even saying it in a way of mocking or anything. I'm just saying, sit down and start thinking about you. Say, wait a minute, maybe I can actually do something. I can actually start something for myself. Maybe I can actually do this. I can actually do that. Because at the end of the day, guys, it's not going to help. But anyway, I am doing this video because I love you. If I've hurt anyone's feelings, I'm really honestly sorry. I know that it cannot be easy to go to school and come out and still not get a job, and that's not what we were told. We were told if you go to school, you're going to get a job, you're going to live a comfortable life. But unfortunately, that is not the reality of many people right now. So please, you can go ahead and start something. And again, before I leave, I do have a masterclass that will be happening on the 30th of March. It's only 390 rands. I'll be teaching you guys how to start a YouTube channel and run a successful channel. So yeah, I love you, ninjas. Stay blessed, and I will see you guys in my next upload. Bye, ninjas.